Hey, and Sophia, you're here.
Hey, I'm just here shortly because the time is not good here, but yeah, just
Yes.
checking in shortly.
Okay, cool. Well, um, so for everybody, Anne Sophia is in academy, and when you're in academy, you also get boot camp as part of that. So, yeah, is there anything I can help you with, Anne Sophie? Let's just get that.
Yeah, no, I would just actually just check in and just let you know that it seems like everything is falling into pieces here. So just really happy because I wasn't there last week either, so I thought 3 weeks was a bit too long. So
Yes, when you say they're falling into place, like things are good, right?
yes, 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 yes,
Yes,
yes.
that's amazing. I love that. Yeah. And have you
Yeah.
noticed shifts from like being aware of what state you're in and mindset?
Yeah, actually, I've been working a lot with the goals we put together like a few weeks back in the beginning of January. And
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but suddenly I'm like doing three, four, five of the goals every day. So yeah, so that is pretty amazing.
It's fucking amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's incredible.
And it's not all about work. It's for example, like I've started learning Italian. I don't know how I'm finding time and peace for that, but I am. So that's just yeah.
It's amazing. You know what? Like that's the one thing that's really landing for me in a whole new way, much more deeply, which is actually what I wanted to share today on the Academy call, but we'll do it next week. Um, is we all live inside a box, a container of our mind. And as long as we're inside of that box, that container, nothing's going to fucking change.
Hmm.
We'll try this and try that, but we're stuck in that fucking container. We're stuck in that prison of our mind that's like, I need to prove myself, or I did it wrong, and therefore, who am I to teach anybody else to do it right? Or I'm not worthy, or like this is hard, or whatever that is. And these are not even thoughts or beliefs that we're aware of, right? They're just how it is. And inside that box, we're never going to get fucking out, but we can work on it for a very long time. And it's not going to
Hmm.
happen, right? Like, my needs don't matter. I'm not important. I'm not valuable. Like whatever that container is, like nothing's going to fucking change. And then once we transcend it, and then you're a new person. You're outside the prison. You're outside of that container. You're a new person. And now just like boop, 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 boop. And then whatever the fuck was a problem, you're just like, I don't even know what that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so just I don't need help with anything. Just wanted to share that it's like something very big shifted for me. So that is like amazing.
Oh, makes me
And that was
so
just
fucking happy.
basically a list of goals we did. So yeah, but something happened. So
Yeah. And that's something, that's the thing. That is the thing, right? So the opportunity for you is to look at what was it actually that shifted? And like, was it a belief? Was it an energy? Was it a habit of some sort? Like, what was it actually? And then
hmm,
do more of that.
yeah, there's definitely a lot with habits, I think. So yeah,
Yeah.
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 So
Cool.
What are you
yeah.
doing, Anne-Sophie?
Well, I put a list of goals together and I've just started like working with like just one and then one more and then one more and one more. So um that's like the main thing, but um I think it's like pretty important stuff too because for example, I'm working with like I've started a gratitude journal and getting more outside and like stuff like that, which is basically related to my health and well-being. So,
Mhm.
and that's like, yeah, so it's affecting myself, my family, my work, and everything. So, yeah, a bit hard to explain, but it is
Yeah.
pretty magic. So,
And one of the things we talked about is being aware of your state, right? Like
mm-hmm,
when you're stressed, when you feel stressed, you're like, oh, it's like I don't know. I can't, and where like nobody's helping, or like I forget what the specifics were, right? But when you're in that stress state of like, oh, I can't do this, or like I don't have time, or like whatever you do from that state is not going to be good. The only thing that matters when you're in a state like that, I'm not talking to and Sophie here specifically, I'm talking about all of you guys. The only thing that's important when you find yourself in a stress state is stop being in a fucking stress state, right? Change your state, because that state is like you are in that prison and you can pound the fucking walls as much as you want. But it's not going to change
Yeah,
anything.
but it's I don't know, it seems a bit bigger than that because I've been like dealing with autoimmune disease for many years since I was a teenager, and this is the first winter in I think like 10 years where I haven't been sick, and I've had like an infection for 2 years and now it's suddenly gone, and so it's so
Yeah.
something very big is happening.
But that's the same. It literally is the same thing. But it's the habit, it's the compounding, right? So like we get the way disease happens is when we're stressed, like energy can't come in, and we know that stress causes disease. And so as you practice being open, if you stop, like being open is the natural state. We're using our thoughts and our minds unconsciously or consciously to cause the stress state. And as you stop doing that, now your body can actually heal. Your body heals naturally. Health is the natural state. So when you take that pressure off, the body can start to regenerate and can heal. And like a lot of the symptoms that people have, like eating disorders and like celiac or gluten and intolerances and all that stuff, it's just because there's too much stress in the system. That's why the body
Hmm.
can't break down the nutrients. That's why it can't handle this stuff. And then you can like get smaller and smaller and smaller. Right? And like you can do less and less things because like the body can't handle it. But when you get out of that stress state and you open up, like all kinds of things start happening.
Yeah, but it's pretty amazing because these things have been there since I was like a very young child. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
something is happening. So yeah,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Awesome. Keep
yeah.
doing
So
it.
just wanted to
Celebrate.
share that today. So yeah, I'll definitely keep doing it. So
Cool. I love it. I love it. Thank you for
yeah,
sharing.
well, thank you for
I,
all
I I
the
think I,
coaching.
th I think this goals thing is interesting, but how to even decide on goals
Mm.
and what should the vision be if you're 64 and you don't think 20 years forward anymore, I think.
Why not?
Maybe you do. Maybe I mean I do.
Why wouldn't you think 20 years forward?
What to draw when I'm in a wheelchair?
Why do you want to be in a wheelchair?
I don't want to. No.
No,
And
so let's
it
talk.
doesn't look like I'm there's not, yeah. It's
Yeah, yeah.
just life is getting shorter. I mean, there will be an end, you know?
Yeah, there will be an end. But yeah, I mean, 20 years is a long time. I know it might not feel as long as it, at age 64 as it did at age, 24, but it's still a long time. You can do a lot of damage in 20 years in a
Yeah.
good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't pick any specific goals. I just made a whole list of like short term, long term, whatever, private life, work, everything. And then I don't know, just suddenly I just like I don't know how I picked some of them. Maybe my unconscious mind did or something like that. But now I'm just working with big goals, small goals, and yeah. So I don't think you have to think a lot about the goals. Just make a list and do it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm doing,
Yeah.
I think.
So yeah, I mean, we can definitely talk about goals. So what are your goals and where are you doubting your goals?
I'm not doubting my goals. I just don't know I mean, now business growth. What is the goal I should set?
Mm-hmm.
I can of course say I want 10 uh, or set number goals, but it's kind
Mm-hmm.
of arbitrary
Yeah.
if I do that.
How do you want to feel?
I feel fine.
No,
I
no.
just I want to
How do you
feel
want to
in
feel?
I also want to feel like I do now in the future.
That's your standard. Fine.
Yeah, I feel actually pretty fine.
Pretty
Uh,
fine.
I mean, ecstatic. I don't believe in ecstatic. That would
Yeah.
be like the next level. Because in the course of my life, I have found out that also if you reach something, this becomes the new normal.
So I think you're hitting it right there. Um, so if you how you feel is dependent on something outside of you, then yes, right? You're like, oh, when I get this, I'm gonna feel ecstatic, I'm gonna feel amazing, and then you return to whatever your state was before, right?
Mm,
So your inner state, how you feel, has to come from inside.
mm,
You choose how you want to feel, and then you cultivate that feeling, you practice that feeling, and then you don't create stuff in the 3D world because you think it's going to make you feel a certain way, because you know that's not how that works. You cultivate the feeling that you want to feel, and then from that state you create the thing that you want. That's becomes more of a celebration. It's not like when I have this, then I'll feel great. It's like I feel amazing, therefore I want to create this because I'm
I feel
overflowing.
amazing, and therefore I want to post on LinkedIn every day.
Yeah,
And
right. Because you want
yeah,
to share.
yeah.
Because it feels
And
amazing to
and
share and know that you're making a
that's
difference.
also how it is most of the time.
Yeah.
Often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't feel like that for me when I'm doing stuff like batching content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's I can I have all my energy like is easy to cultivate and to celebrate and everything when I'm doing live interaction
Mm-hmm.
and drawing live and interacting with people. As soon
Mm-hmm.
as I'm sitting here all alone by myself and try to be enthusiastic about something, then
Yeah.
doesn't.
Trying to be enthusiastic about something, it doesn't sound like a recipe for success, does it?
No.
No.
And that's
Yeah.
also why, and that's how I have now built my business around doing live stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that works, right? Do more of that. Like that's
Yeah,
simple. Do more of what works. Like you had me on your podcast, you draw stuff out, you can like find that and then find ways to put yourself in the situation, in the environment where you get to create in the way that's most satisfying for you. And then you can repurpose that for content after. Yeah.
yeah.
That totally works. Um, but I just want to zoom out, like the bigger conversation here is, and this is really what Anne Sophie was demonstrating, and like this is the key, guys, is find out how you really want to feel in this. How do you want to feel about your business? Do you want to feel like a sense of love for life, of celebration, of intimacy with your clients? Do you want to just feel this like incredible state of flow and creativity? Do you want to feel the gratitude of being able to see lights being switched on in people's brains or people getting healthy? Like, what is the feeling that you want to have? And
Yeah.
then practice feeling that way. Like, set aside time every single day to practice being in that feeling now, and really allow yourself to feel love and gratitude or creativity, like whatever those emotional
That's a,
states are.
that's a great email I'm going to write. I'll mention you.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Practice,
But
practice
that
feeling
is the
great,
key.
and then draw from that feeling.
100% every time.
I mean,
Every
that's also
time.
what I'm teaching. You have to put yourself into the state before you can draw it.
Right. Yeah.
Otherwise,
but the
the
magic is
expression
that
doesn't
when
come
you
out.
practice, what is that?
Otherwise, the expression doesn't come out right. You
Yeah.
have to, if you draw somebody angry, you have to feel angry. So you have to
Yeah.
just, so it's true. Uh, so that draw somebody who is, and that's also an assignment for you. Draw somebody who is like really ecstatic in the morning, and then
Hmm.
do your work. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to do.
Yes. Yeah. So the key is when you practice feeling the way that you want to feel consistently, and you get that wired in your nervous system of feeling that way, magic's going to start showing up in your life where the things that would make you feel that way just come to you because you're already feeling that way. You're already vibrating at that level. Like they talk about vibration and frequency, and like it's fucking real. It's fucking real. And so if there's something that you're not happy with in your life, something that or just like you're like, wouldn't it be fun if it was this way? How could I feel even more like joy and love and intimacy and fun and playfulness and creativity and contribution in my business or in my love life or in my health or whatever it is? Like, cultivate the feeling, or really practice the feeling, get into the feeling, and shit's going to start to pop. Shit's going to start to show up.
Yes.
But
This is
there's
great.
so
This
much
is
more.
yeah. And it's not that I didn't know that, but yes,
Yeah.
this is key.
And all the shit that tells you, well, we can't do that, or it doesn't deserve, or like I gotta blah blah blah, like all that, like all those voices, those are just the limiting beliefs that are keeping you at the level that you're at. And you can keep them if you want to, but they might not be
Yeah.
serving you. Fuck yeah. I love it. Yeah. What would it feel like to have that incredible, vibrant membership where people are joining every week? Every single week, there's another person or another few people that are joining, and some of them just instantly, like the second they come in, they're just like, hey, Ingrid, this is fucking amazing. I just want to pay you $10,000 to work with me for a couple months to do this. Would you be open to that? Like, what would it feel like to have that coming to you every single week? Every single week, just every day, someone new coming into your life, every week,
I mean,
new.
I have to feel about it already. It is already amazing, and people love it. Um, so not so I have to be ecstatic about that, even if there's not somebody every week who wants to give me $10,000.
I'm saying, how would that feel if you had that? Like
If I had
everything
that.
was working the way that you dreamt of, right? New people coming, like how would it feel? And then get in that feeling and practice that feeling, staying in that feeling. Because as you get into that feeling more, as you wire that feeling in your nervous system, that's going to start to happen. And then that's when you get into the situation with that Anne-Sophie talks about, where you sit down with your list of goals, of your to-dos or whatever, and you just like boom, 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 they're just happening because you're a match for it.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah.
And I am already doing it.
Yeah.
But it slips away once in a while if
Yeah.
when stuff is not working out as I want it to, and then it becomes a
Mm-hmm.
drag. And
Yeah. Yeah. Really, the most important work is meditating on that feeling that you want to have. Everything else is secondary. I would say spend an hour a day doing it, but 10 minutes is a good start.
so you just sit there and feel amazing without doing anything while you're
Mm-hmm.
feeling, just sitting and feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You're not drawing little figures.
No, eyes closed, eye mask.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been doing Joe Dispenza's meditations. They're like an hour 20, an hour, like varies. But I do that first thing in the morning. Like I wake up and I'm literally like put that on and meditate for an hour 20. And then last thing before going to bed at night, also like an hour. And then I doze off. He has like a sleep meditation, like a half hour meditating, and then like dozing off after that.
Yeah, I think I also
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
I get bored with it a little bit.
Well, that's your mind, right? That's the whole game. He talks about training your mind like your body like a stallion. Like, say it, say, like, that's the mind. It wants to do that.
I think I'm going to offer a course which is just drawing for feel good and for elevating your state.
Yeah. That works too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will do a little thing about that.
Yeah. But I've been shocked at the power of this shit like lately. I don't
Yeah.
just land it for me. Like I can see how much energy I've spent trying to work my way out of things that just as I changed my state on a deeper, more fundamental level, it was just gone. It's not a thing. No conversation, no to-do list, no fucking nothing. Just be a different version of me. And I've been very good at doing shit. I've been very good at analyzing, like always in my head. Like the number of hours that I've spent trying to analyze my way out of fucking problems or like my way to solutions, it's insane. I can analyze for days. Nothing fucking changes.
Hmm.
And then I managed to change my state, meditation, questioning beliefs, just choosing a different state, catching myself going down into some rabbit hole or like, oh, I should be doing this or that, or I wish that, blah, blah, blah. And just like, nope, not going there. Like, I know everything's perfect. I know I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I trust that everything's gonna work out. Like everything's exactly the way it should be. And life is on my side. Like the universe is supporting me like back to that. And then, yeah, things are just easy happening, effortless.
So how do you set your goals then? It's just feeling, and you don't say we want to
No, no, no,
reach 10 millions or 100 or
no,
something.
100%. No, I definitely have goals. So I have goals and I set them as intentions. So I want to, and I don't have a timeline on them. I know this is totally contrary to how everybody like smart goals and all that shit. Like, I don't know, never worked for me. I'm sure they work for a lot of people. It's awesome. I'm sure it works if you have a company that is like, if you have a known goal and you have a known strategy and you know which like smart goals are all awesome. I'm more of a like, I'm creating, I'm downloading, I'm like, I know for Simplero, right? I want to hit $1 million a month. That's kind of the next big milestone that I want to hit. And I forget. I have some numbers written down, but then what I focus. So there's like these are the kind of conditions that I want to see met. How will I feel when I have that? But that's what I focus on. So that's what I meditate on. That's the emotional part. That's the real work. Then I don't put a timeline on it because time is an illusion of the mind. Time doesn't exist other than in how we perceive the world. So I don't care when it happens. Like we live in the now. That's the only time that exists. Fuck timelines. And so I'm
But then
meditating.
the $1 million is also an illusion, right? If
Sure, but no,
if the
but
timeline is, then the million is also.
yeah, but the point is that like I can only experience things in the now. And if it like whenever it happens, it's real for me now. And the more I put a specific time on it, the more I'm like confining myself to thinking in 3D. And it's like it takes effort and time to get somewhere, blah, blah. That's not how I want to operate. So I don't put a timeline on it, but I do want $1 million. Like I just don't, I'm not attached to when it happens. I want to like $1 million a month is what I'm saying. And then I'm like, okay, what are the things I need to do? And then I have some goals and some strategies around that. We're going to do a reinvention of boot camp. We're going to include that and integrate that into the onboarding. We're going to do these things for lead generation, et cetera. And then I just start working on those things. So for sure, there are goals, there are specific things, but the real fucking work is in being the person for whom this is effortless. There's a reason why, and Elon Musk, creates another fucking multi-billion-dollar business every year or two or something, right? Like, it's just how he's trained himself to be. And I'm not saying like I don't want to be Elon, but like there's a way of being that just makes things effortless. That's what I want to do. Like $1 million a month is just the first, like I want to get $1 billion a month. Sure. Right now. But again, the feeling might be the same. So it doesn't matter if it's $1 million or $1 billion, right? Like the feeling is what drives it. And then it's just like, how strong can I make that?
Yeah. 10,000 would be nice a month.
Yeah. Yeah. But you might like, why not go to $1 million a month and just really, how would that feel? And then go that feeling and with no attachment, like to whether it happens or not. But like, why not have the fucking feeling? Because ultimately that's what we want.
10,000, I can imagine, because I'm somehow operating in this range. $1 million, I have no idea how that would feel.
No, but practice that. That's the thing. We want to blow the lid off of your vibration.
How does it feel to have $1 million a month, or
so there's
at all?
So there's an exercise that I've been playing with from Abraham Hicks. Are you familiar with Abraham? So I think they call it the prosperity game. So the idea is that you pretend like you get $1,000 day one, and now you can figure out how you want to spend it. Day two, you add another 1,000, so now you get $2,000 day two. Day three, you get $3,000. Day four, you get $4,000, and you just keep adding another $1,000 every day, like plus what you got the day before, right? So it'll stack up, and then you go plan like, all right, what would I buy for that? I would buy this thing and that thing and like blah blah blah, and you start just doing the math on that, like as a way to get your mind in the game of like, what would that feel like? Like, why not? Like, why not have all the amazing things in the world? Like, get your brain trained to see more. Because years ago, when I was like, got into training and I started to do push-ups, and like doing 10 push-ups was hard. I was like, oh. And then I bought this like training program from a guy named Adam, and he was like all body weight training, and like his program had me do like 100 push-ups and like some high intensity interval training, whatever. And all of a sudden, like 10 push-ups was fucking nothing. Yeah. So it's the same. Like if you're like, oh, if only I could make 10,000, oh, that would be like, if you go to 1 million, like it's going to be so much easier to hit 10. Go way beyond.
Good idea.
Yeah. And all of a sudden 10 is like, yeah, whatever, no big deal. Of course. But don't be attached. Hey there. Don't be attached to the million, right? Don't feel a shit if you hit 10,000 or 20,000, but you didn't get the million. Like that's like, you'll get the million if you want it. You totally can. You totally can.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you can. But this is the other piece, right? Is that What people are buying are ultimately your vibration. What people are buying is ultimately how it makes them feel to be around you.
Yes,
And so the
yes.
more that you
That's
elevate your vibration,
this is 100%. People buy
right?
my courses because they want to
Yeah,
something that I'm, yeah.
yeah. And so the more you elevate your vibration, the more people are going to be attracted to you and just want to be around you and pay you money because it benefits them, and it does benefit them.
I was never good in imagining to have large sums of money until once I decided to to have my eyes surgery on my eyes, and it was expensive, and but I decided to do it, to spend this large 50,000 euro or something like that,
Mhm.
or no, 50,000 something Danish
Mm.
crowns. I forgot what it was. A lot of money.
Some currency, lira.
No, I think it was crowns on it, and then for a reason I decided not to do it anyway because there was something with my eyes, and that was one day, and this way I saved this sum of money, and I went through the supermarket and I thought, I'm rich, I'm rich. I have now. It felt like I had more money. It didn't make sense, rational at all, but this was the first time when I thought, this is abundance. This is this feeling of abundance that I never before
Yeah.
knew how to generate.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. And when you realize that you are not just abundant, but you're abundance itself, that's when it hits. Because you are the source of everything. That's who you are.
But then I also
Well,
have this virtue of being humble, you know?
oh, yes. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Virtuous.
being, and I'm also proud of it.
Yes. Yeah. Who's the you that's proud of it, though?
Yeah. The the good girl, the little
Mm-hmm.
girl.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember years ago, we were like, I was getting out of my divorce. I was with Nomi, and we were um, driving around this like fancy BMW Z4 Roadster, which bought for my cashed in retirement savings at a 60% penalty because I thought okay, could be part of an investment for a visa that ended up not going through and blah, blah, blah. Staying like credit card loans and staying in motels. And I was not in a good financial place, but I remember, and I was feeling very scared around like the lack of money, the scarcity around it. And then I decided to give $5 to some panhandler, some beggar who was, we're driving out of the mall and he was standing there. I'm like, here's $5 and make me feel like a fucking $1,000,000. Right. Cause it shifted me out of that state of like, oh shit, I don't have money. And then like giving $5 to him, which felt like a lot of money. It was like, yeah, it opened up abundance in me.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I had a similar thing. I think was that in the beginning of 20, I think it was beginning of 2023, so 2 years ago, where we I had spent like $25,000 on something right before the end of the year, and then like the next day my accountant comes and says, well, we need to like pay $100,000 in taxes right now before the end of the year, and like otherwise blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, do it. And then like when in the beginning of January, I had them do the numbers, and they were like, yeah, like in come March, we're gonna be, minus $125,000, $105,000, or something like that. Like, well, it never happened before in my entire life as an entrepreneur. And like, what are we gonna do? Like payroll, paying rent, and then a few days later, they ran the cash flow again. They're like, yeah, now it looks like it's going to be minus $145,000. They got like $40,000 worse in like 3 days. I'm like, fuck. And I was terrified. And I intentionally, that week, I couldn't sleep very much. So I woke up early. I would go to a coffee shop or actually to the hotel lobby nearby to sit and work in the morning. And I would tip the barista, I don't drink coffee, but like I had tea. I would tip the guy $20 every day. $20 tip, just as a way to prime my mind, like get back in the, like give tip over tip, like give money away when you feel scarce. Yeah. And then like a couple weeks later, like it never materialized. We were in the black the whole time. Then the minus never fucking happened.
And then it got solved.
It got solved. I don't know how, but we made it. Yeah. And now we have much better financial tracking, by the way. but yeah. By me getting out of it and delegating to someone on my team who's much more inclined to handle those things. But yeah, the like your nature is abundance itself. It's like we are the mind, we are the awareness that observes everything. That's who we are. But most of us are using that awareness to stare on this like tiny portion of reality that we call our mind and our thoughts and what's going on in our heads. And that's all we look at. When the reality is like, all of this is who we are. This is who we really are. We are
Yeah,
abundance
but you
itself.
know what? If you get into this whole awareness thing, awareness doesn't care if you have $1 million or just 10 or minus 100.
I mean, that's,
Awareness is fine no matter what.
yeah. And so,
Yeah, that doesn't go well with financial goals
why not?
because awareness doesn't need all that.
No, of course it doesn't. Do you only do the things you need?
No.
Why do you go to why do you go to the movies? Or why do you watch a movie?
Yeah.
Why do you watch a movie?
Fun,
Fun?
inspiration,
Yeah. Yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah.
I just think awareness is also entertained by misery.
Sure. But you get to pick. Yeah, I mean the way like we're here because awareness, who we are, soul, spirit, was like, let's go have one of those human experiences so that we can have fun, be entertained, play around with some shit, maybe learn something, you know? And that's what we're here to do. Let's have a good time. You know, let's see what's possible here on this plane. We're here. Might as well have some fun.
Yeah.
Where are you at, Kristen? What's going on in your mind, in your world?
Um, I find for me at this point, I tend to sort of get lost in other people's needs, like families, external family. They need some, they need some support, and I just let go of all my long-term goals and everything. So yeah, that's where I'm wondering about now. Is it my ego that wants to please, or is it really that I have a nature to help them?
Yeah. Thanks for popping by, and Sophie. Yeah. Yeah. So it reminds me of like years ago when I got divorced. And I knew that my former wife was struggling, and yet I felt powerless to do anything about it, because she wouldn't let me into my life and like communicate with her, which of course like I could have, but in my mind I felt powerless about it. And I was speaking to my spiritual teacher at the time, and I was like, well, I'm fine, but like she's not, and that really like that, I think she's in pain, and that like really bothers me. And it's like, yes, that is your pain. Right? It's like I was like, I'm not in pain, but when I think of like her pain, that pains me. It's like, yeah, that is your pain. So the question for you is like, how is your family members' perceived need impacting you? How are you making that impact you? And I'm not saying you're doing wrong. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm
Yeah,
just asking of the
I
mechanism.
understand that. But yeah, it is because there is a child involved, I think. So
Is it your child?
no, it's not. But
Okay.
it's my yeah, godchild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I am a little bit involved anyways.
So the story is what I have to do something
Oh, yeah, it's
other
just
than otherwise what?
yeah, it's two different nationalities and a conflict between the parents. So it's multi-dimensional. But at this time I feel I need to be there for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And if you don't, then what?
Then they maybe some of them don't see the child or yeah, I don't know.
And then what?
Trauma for the child? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And then what?
That's not serving anyone, I feel. So
Mm-hmm. And then what?
mm. I don't know. I don't want her to sort of suffer the child.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. But can you know for sure that she's gonna suffer or that she's gonna suffer less if you
No,
know, right?
no.
Yeah.
It's just from my own perspective, I can see how
Mm-hmm.
she can suffer.
Yeah. Right. Because you're making it about you.
I can see the road, the path she can go down. Or I was without a father for my first 20 years. So
Mm-hmm.
my biological father. So yeah, I can see how that sort of can affect people,
Yeah.
both in a good way and a bad way. Mm.
Yeah. So I just want to invite you to look at this in a different way. You familiar with the drama triangle?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
I just Googled, here's one version of it, but we've got a victim. Yeah. And so if there's a victim, in this case, the child, and as well as you, right? You growing up without a father. And then if there's a victim, there's also I call them the villain, but persecutor works too. So there's someone or something who's like it doesn't have to be a person, it could be like the conflict, or it could be like whatever. Um, and some people race to the victim position of feeling like the victim. Some people like to feel like a persecutor, like they will like to boss other people around, and like that gives them a sense of power. A lot of people are attracted to the rescuer role. So the rescuer role is the one that comes in and says like, oh, poor victim, let me go help you. Bad persecutor, I'm on your side, let me help you, victim. But what they and the reason they do, and we all do all of this, right? So there's no blame here. But the reason that we get into a rescuer position is that it makes us feel good to be helping, typically because we have the victim personality as well that we identify with. And so if we're like, oh, we see that in them, and then we're like, oh my God, let me be there for you and help you, makes me feel good. It probably makes them, the victim, feel good in the moment. But the problem is that you're reinforcing the victim position, not recognizing that this person even a child, is a powerful creator in their own lives. Right? We all have a journey. And we don't know, like, I mean, I wouldn't be the man I am if I didn't suffer the trauma that I suffer, right? Like, we all have our journeys. So who's to say if it's right or wrong? I'm not saying like stop doing what you're doing, but just be aware of the play here, because what the drama triangle does is it allows us all to stay at a low vibrational level, like where we get caught in this loop, and like it feels like we're doing a lot of shit, but nothing fucking changes, nothing shifts. Whereas what might be more powerful for you is you resolve your own victim story. We all have it, of like how you suffered from your dad not being there, all that, like really heal that shit to the point where you realize that nothing wrong ever happened. Everything happened exactly the way it should. Heal, like help that little girl, the little Kristen that lives inside of you, like really give her like that attention that you're giving to the other family members, give that to her to really help her feel seen and loved now. Give her that father strength support now that she wished she had then. Raise your vibration to now where your presence with them is just like, they can't keep their drama shit going because you're there just by you being there. And now you're able to actually be there for that little girl, the child, in a much more powerful way. And you lead the way in healing, so that whatever happens to that kid, you're always going to be there to support them in their own healing process because you took care of your shit. Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I applaud you for taking the role of being a godmother seriously. Like, it is a responsibility, and I honor that 100%. Yeah. And there's ways that we can do that. Yeah. Beautiful. And sometimes, like, subconsciously, energetically, we can draw problems into our lives that support us. Right? So if you have, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but I've definitely done it many times in my life. I remember back when I was struggling both business and home life, marriage, kind of all of it. And I was like, I was in this hamster wheel the whole time where I never let myself step outside of it to really reevaluate who I am and what I want with my life. And one of the mechanisms that I used was to continuously create these financial, like, emergency situations, so that I always like, well, we're not right now because I gotta make some money and fix this, blah blah blah. And I keep fucking recreating those situations because I was scared to look. I was scared to be honest with myself about what was working, what wasn't working, and what I wanted to do, and like, yeah, be honest. And that was subconsciously, it was just a way that worked for me. Because that was like, well, if it's like financial shit, I gotta fucking deal with that. Like, so your ego will use whatever the fuck it knows it can hook you with every time.
Yeah, so how do you sort of get out of it? The using of different situations to sort of keep yourself occupied from real stuff.
By you being bigger than your mind. So when that urge comes up in you to throw aside your plans and go take care of that family and that kid, before you do, you make yourself sit for 20 minutes and just be present with yourself and your feelings. Yeah. What's coming up for me? What are the thoughts? There's little Kristen inside. She's like, screaming. She's needing me. Like, be present with yourself for 20 minutes and really get clear on what's going on inside of you. And then once you've done that, you can be like, okay, I feel more clear now. Let me go help. but you just make that practice every time. Like, no, I'm going to take 20 minutes for myself first. And then add the thing on top of it that we just talked about, where how do I want to feel when it comes to my family? How do I want to feel when it comes to my business? And so maybe you take 10 minutes to just tune in with yourself and how you tune in with little Kristen, and then 10 minutes to just sit in the feeling of how you want to feel. And then from that place, you go out and you act. And then you might feel pulled to go help the family, or maybe feel pulled to stay with your business, whatever you want, like whatever's right at that point. Yeah. But you own your state. You don't live reactionary to what's happening around you.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like we'll all react at times.
Mm.
And then the sooner we can catch ourselves and just be like, hey, I said I'd come. I said I'd be there. Like, I need a timeout. I just need 20 minutes for myself. I'll be a little bit late, right? Like, the sooner you catch yourself and you can shift back to presence, even if it's just 2 minutes, but do it. And you practice it over and over again, it becomes habitual, and then you break those patterns, just slow and steady. And it's not about, like, I like to say, for a while I didn't, now I do meditate and I fucking love it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything, because I'm really seeing this power of it. But it took some, like, I'll credit Joe Dispenza with teaching me how to use it and learn it. Like, if you guys haven't been to one of his events, I highly recommend it. Even if you don't want to go to the event right now, he has his progressive course on his website. It's $350. I think it's actually on a discounted for the next 2 days until the end of the month. Like, spend that money, buy that course, go through it. I'm going through it again now, and it's amazing. And then get into that practice. Like, highly fucking recommend it. But what I want to say is, like, for a long time, I didn't meditate regularly. And the story I told myself, which is true, but not a good reason not to meditate, is all of life is one big meditation. Because what meditation is basically like you focus, and then you catch yourself, you get lost in thought, and then you catch yourself and you get back to focus on whatever it is, breath or mantra or body sensations or a feeling or whatever. And then you get lost and you start drifting again. You get back, right? No drama, no like, why did you do that? And stupid and blah, blah, blah. And how much, like, just get back, focus, sit, stay on it, right? And life is the same. Like, we get caught up in reaction and thoughts and then we're like, no, back to presence. So we can always have that state of presence behind everything, so we don't get lost in our heads and just get pulled around by our beliefs in our heads, our thoughts. But we're there. So we get to use our mind instead of being used by our mind. That's how you do it. Yeah. Cool. Ingrid, you're drawing this conversation? You're muted. Your lips are moving, but you're muted. Maybe you're not talking to us.
Sorry. Is it called a progressive online course, a foundational program for personal transformation?
Yeah. Yeah. Get the new one. It just came out.
I mean, that's on the website. Get the upgrade this year. What? Foundational.
Yeah, that one. That one. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, get the upgrade. Yes, exactly. That's the one you want to get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go to his website, get the upgrade this year. That one. I don't know. It wasn't loading for me, but that's the one you want. Yeah.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, I do.
I also wanted to say thank you so much for restructuring my course homepage.
Yeah.
This is so much better.
My pleasure. Yeah. It's awesome. Cool. It can be hard to see when you're in it yourself. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't listen to everybody, I think.
None of us do. You go crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, thank you so much. This was very enlightening again. Was this the last call of this boot camp, or?
I don't know. I have no idea. But we will be doing some boot camp again in the future. We're just like figuring out the structure, but it might be the last one that's in the schedule for now. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a call in my calendar for the next few weeks, but I don't know if you guys do. So I will check in the site.
Yeah.
That's the source of truth. Yeah. All right. Thank you
Okay.
guys. Beautiful
You
to
too.
be with you.
Yeah.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye.